Hi guys, so I want to talk to you about a few topics, and these topics mainly have to do with groups, cliques, and organizations. The reason I bring this up is because of what happened to me last month, and again, I won't get into that, but I do think there's a learning experience through here, and I think other groups can learn from that too. For starters, if you own a group on Facebook, don't make anyone admin unless you want them to be the co-owner or sub-owner, because as far as Facebook is concerned, the moment you make someone admin, they also own your group. This gets sticky because when an admin boots an admin, you can put in a case. I didn't know this till recently. I actually found this out recently when I contacted Facebook because of my bullying issues. Basically, they're going to watch those people that are bullying me. And if they decide to bully me more, their accounts will eventually be deleted. I will not say their names. People sent me screenshots of the things they were doing. I could really care less if they bullied me. It's just the fact that they started to also kind of make fun of my other half, and that's not cool. You don't mess with my other half. I do not tolerate that on any level, shape, or form, because I know I should care if people bully me, but I mean, gossip's gossip. It's a dime a dozen. It's not worth the effort or breath. But when it starts to affect my family, then I'm going to address it. But anyway, those people are being taken care of, and so I'm very grateful that Facebook was so kind and able to handle things like that. The other thing, though, that I think is an issue is that what happens when you launch an investigation is that anyone who's also associated with them, they also begin to watch them as well. So their negativity kind of spread to other people, which is awful if you ask me. But Facebook doesn't want to squash anyone who does those things. And it's good that Facebook cares about its viewers. A lot of people say they don't, but they just were very quick to respond to my plea, and I am grateful for that. Because it's not nice to talk bad about people. It's not nice to be cruel to people. Overall, though, it wasn't a bad experience because although there was over 3,000 people in that group, only 5 people kind of disowned me for whatever reasons they may have. I don't know, because they just went poof. And that's their business. I mean, if they want to come back, I'm willing to talk to them. I don't know how well the friendship will be, but I'm a forgiving person, so forgive and forget. But anyway, you shouldn't unfriend someone just because one person in your collective didn't like that person or didn't get along with that person, because it's not you and them, it's them and the other person. What happens with them and the other person is not your business. And anyway, some point along the lines, it became a he said, she said, he said game, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I went bye-bye. I know gossip is everywhere, but there's a time where it just becomes too toxic, and you got to get out. Again, though, the biggest reason for this video is are you in a clique or are you in a group? If you're in a clique because whoever's in charge, whoever is the popular girl per se, if they say that this happened to them, and then you decide to unassociate with the other person, then that's a clique. If you are a group and a family, then you do not do that. You do not do that. You need to hear both sides of the story. In theater and in the movie industry, when stuff like that happens, they end up picking the people that are part of the drama. They talk to all of them. They set rules and boundaries. And if those rules and boundaries do not work, you're out. And sometimes you're not even lucky to get that. Sometimes you're just out. I've been very lucky in my acting career to never have to deal with that overall. I've only had one incident where it was an issue because someone tried to overstep their bounds with good intent, but it still affected me. And though I appreciate the help the person tried to give me, again, you need to leave the issues that has to do with one person to another person to that person and that person. Do not get yourself involved, and do not give one person the cold shoulder because of what someone else did. Because if you yourself did not hear it from the goat's mouth, and I'm not talking about screenshots, because screenshots are nice and all, but you can edit those. You can edit screenshots. You can edit screenshots, and you can, so that in itself is not, it does proof to a point, but it's not complete proof. But again, make sure you talk to the person and get the full story of both sides before you decide. And you should never pick sides between friends anyway, if you really are both friends with both parties. But yes, be careful of that. And like I said, going back to the whole group thing, don't make someone admin unless you want them to actually take part in change. If you want your group to be your way or the highway, whether it's for a good cause or not, then you have no business making other admins. You just need moderators. Now, if you want your group to grow and prosper, then get admins and moderators and find admins you trust. Because the admins are the building blocks of your group. The admins are like a council that to make choices for the group as to what's going to help them grow. And I don't know why, but Facebook has an issue. And I as I was doing my research, I found out that this is a big issue. There's a lot of admins who think, okay, you're my best friend. You're like a daughter to me. Let me make you an admin. And then when they don't like something that person does, whether it's regarding to them speaking their own opinion, whether it's regarding to them changing something in the group, they kick them out. Sometimes it ends in a talk, sometimes it doesn't. In my case, they did want to talk to me, but I decided I didn't want to hear it. Was that the best choice? I really don't know. Normally, I will hear someone out. But connecting with this person was just becoming unhealthy. They would inbox me and tell me I shouldn't be online, that I need to take time for myself. And it's like, I do take time for myself. Today is my swim day. After I talk to all of you, I will be swimming for an hour to work on me, to work out. Because I do love myself in my own ways. But despite that, I'm a very busy person. And I have other organizations I am a part of. And the day that person told me that, I was getting a blood drive ready with my friends in El Paso, with my group, SoldierCon. And that is very important because a blood drive is helping people. And that's one thing everyone needs to think about, whether you're spiritual or not spiritual. Is what you're doing in life helping other people around you? Whether it's telling people about what's going on in the world, or whether it's helping people. I know another person who's going to start a TV station very soon. They moved to Arizona recently. How are they helping the world? They're helping the world by spreading their knowledge. That is a way to help. It is a good way to help. I know another person who does paintings randomly. That helps people because it makes them smile. So whatever you do to help people, it can be whatever it is. I know another person who has a channel where they sing and they play their music. That helps inspire people. Helping people is going to come in many different shapes and forms. What is not helping people? Sitting on your computer talking to a group, talking about your dreams. That's not going to help anybody. Dreams are amazing. They're fascinating. They sometimes have symbolic meaning to them. But if you're partying in your dreams every night, what are you really doing? Nothing. You want to make the earth a better place, then do it. And don't feel entitled. That's the worst thing you can do. And I've seen a lot of crazy stuff this last month. And I tried to turn a blind eye. I really did. But the thing is it needs to be said. So that other people don't have to experience what I did. Again, I won't call those people out. And I do believe in forgiveness. But there's learning lessons here. And I think that it would have been nice if they just had accepted that we agreed to disagree. Because some of the things that they believed, I didn't. I was still willing to be their friends. I was still willing to help with that group. I still wanted to be a part of that group. But I didn't want to be a part of the clique. And that's just how I felt. Maybe they don't feel that way. Maybe I'm wrong. I just can only speak through my eyes and my heart and my soul. And what I saw, I did not like. I didn't like that they would send screenshots of other people that they didn't approve of, that didn't resonate with them. I didn't like that if they disowned somebody, they tried to get everyone else to unfriend them. I didn't like that they claimed that some people were dark. If people are bad, it's not for you to say. Let people judge for themselves. Now, if someone is murdering or killing or stealing or beating someone to a bloody pulp, then okay, yeah, tell somebody. But if it's like a Facebook conversation or a lie that you just don't agree with what they say, that's no reason to call them bad. People are gonna agree and disagree. That's life. And I have nothing else to say on that. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm sorry if I seem so down. I'm still trying to process all this because I'm a type of person that I don't like to see people in a bad light. And I do forgive them. And like I said, I'm willing to reconnect with them if they ever try to, but I don't think I want to be in their little mini group again ever. Unless they change and they can prove that they've changed. All right, I love you guys. Bye.